Gabrielle Union feels uncovered before Dwyane Wade as she manages PTSD in the midst of pandemic. Welcome viewers to my channel. Please subscribe, like my video and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next update. You get stressed that perhaps you have uncovered excessively and you will startle them, said Gabrielle Union, who was assaulted at gunpoint by an outsider the late spring prior to beginning her sophomore year of school. In the 9 months since the COVID pandemic hit the US, Gabrielle Union and her better half Dwyane Wade have been getting to know each other in more profound and surprising ways. Plunking down for the debut episode of Facebook Watch's Genuine Serenity with Taraji television show with Taraji P. Henson and co. have Tracy Jade, Association focused on being an assault survivor and the PTSD that she has experienced in the years since the horrendous occurrence. Out of the blue, each time I discuss being an assault survivor, individuals are like, gasp, and afterward they neglect. We are molded to such an extent that we understand what somebody resembles who has experienced PTSD, we accept we understand what assault casualties resemble and it's not me, Gabrielle Union, 48, told Henson and Jade. The late spring prior to beginning her sophomore year of school at UCLA, the entertainer was assaulted at gunpoint by an outsider in the Payless store where she worked. While Gabrielle Union has been open about the rape, being isolated at home with Wade has expected the entertainer to be significantly more weak in manners she didn't anticipate. Yet, presently, I think it has been hard during the quarantine since we are in a similar space, made sense of Gabrielle Union. I have not been home in that frame of mind of steady ways since I have been a grown-up, so getting to know my significant other, which sounds insane, I was like, gracious, consistently you will be here, okay no doubt I surmise this is sound. Quote, I simply feel somewhat more stripped, uncovered, said Gabrielle Union, who has been going to treatment since she was 19. Since I'm simply on Zoom with the advisor and I can hear the family, and afterward the entryway's open and there isn't sufficient room, you understand what I mean, and that sort of concerns me now and again. You know when individuals are like, you have to keep the secret about yourself. Try not to let him know everything. I'm like, indeed, then, the pandemic, you got the entire thing. Proceeded with Gabrielle Union, so you need to find out, do you love me for all of the stuff? She likewise conceded, you get stressed that perhaps you have uncovered excessively and you will drive them off in light of the fact that harmed ladies shouldn't be adorable. Gabrielle Union and Dwyane Wade started dating in 2009. They wedded on August 30, 2014, in Miami, Florida, and the entertainer turned into a stepmother to his 3 youngsters, Zaire Gift Dwyane, Xavier Zechariah and Zaya, who as of late uncovered she recognizes as female. In 2018, Swim and Association invited their most memorable kid together by means of surrogacy, girl Kavia James, presently 2. Swim is likewise the gatekeeper of nephew Davion Morris. The manner in which my father took a gander at me after he heard what had happened, wow, is as yet a bad dream, Gabrielle Union wrote in the book. I sued Payless for carelessness, however I needed to sue them for my father gazing at me in such a way. The look was damaged. Victim, guilt, fear. I was the youngster you boasted about. I got extraordinary grades, was the ideal competitor. Yakety yak. Also, at that time, I was harmed. Association's attacker was gotten and wound up taking a request arrangement of 33 years in jail. She at last won her carelessness suit against Payless in light of the fact that they gave no advance notice to workers about the attacker, despite the fact that he had been emphatically recognized preceding her assault for looting an alternate store area. Dwyane Swim on the key to his relationship with Gabrielle Association, she doesn't stop my development. In spite of getting equity in court, the enduring impacts of her assault were like an contamination you can't treat. After I was assaulted, I didn't take off from my home for an entire year except if I needed to go to court or to treatment, she composed. After 24 years, dread actually impacts all that I do. Dread, however, didn't prevent Association from chasing after her fantasies. In 1993, she began acting. By 2000, she was popular for her advanced job as Furious Cheer Commander Isis in Ready and Waiting inverse Kirsten Dunst. Most as of late, she featured inverse Jessica Alba on LA Best. Each time I recount the story is a disclosure that I really want to continue to share since there's such countless a larger number of casualties than survivors, she told individuals. They need to realize mending is a cycle, a sluggish interaction like moving a rock uphill with one hand tied behind your back, however there is trust.